there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the pattern in which I believe the waves will be released for Skylanders Imaginators. So pretty straightforward. First up, I'm gonna give you when I think the waves will actually launch, and then I'll give you what I think will come in each wave. So this is mostly based on past experience and a few new things that we've seen as of recently that kind of point to these being the release dates for the additional waves. So for wave 1, of course, it's coming out on the 14th, launch day, no surprise there. Wave 2, on here I have the 14th of October to the 30th of October, and the reason I say that is because I'm expecting on launch day, there to be limited stock of Wave 2. I am expecting that. A, it was at Gamescom, the Wave 2 stuff, and B, it was listed as coming out on the 14th on myskylanders.de. But I also don't think that Wave 2 would technically be put out the same time as Wave 1 completely. So I think that if you go at midnight or on the first day or something like that, you'll be able to grab a limited release of Wave 2. But I'm thinking you're going to have to wait probably until about the end of the month or the beginning of November to actually get Wave 2 if you don't get it at launch. For Wave 3, I've got the end of November, November the 30th. And the reason I have this is because that is when the Crash and Cortex Adventure Pack is supposed to come out. So it makes sense for that to coincide with the release of Wave 3. And there's always Wave 3 prior to Christmas. So no surprise there. But I think that November the 30th is actually a pretty concrete date, considering that we have that as the date for the Crash and Cortex Adventure Pack. So I think that's going to be when that comes out. On here I also have Wave 3.5 coming out mid-December, and the reason I have a 3.5 is because we almost always get a Christmas variant and some other variants that release in the middle of December, whether it be a Legendary variant or an Enchanted variant or a Nitro variant. We usually get some other type of variant coming out in December as well, so I kind of expect a small mini wave of variant figures to come out right before Christmas, like right before Christmas, for your last minute Christmas shopping needs. I also have Wave 4 coming out mid-March, March the 18th. That is about 1 month before Easter, and that is a Saturday, so that makes sense as a release time. So, you know, 1 month to Easter seems like perfect time to put out your springtime variants, your springtime figures, and all that type of stuff. So that makes sense. I then have Wave 5 listed for the end of April, April the 30th, because generally speaking, this is when you'll see most of the figures being out. Early May, late April, sometime around there. So I've got April the 30th. I think that is a good guess as to when Wave 5 will come out. I also have Wave 6 listed, and the reason I have Wave 6 listed is because almost always after Wave 5, there are a few stragglers, whether it just be characters that get a delay, or some sort of variant, or a restock, or something. There is usually something that comes after Wave 5. So I do have a Wave 6 on here, although it's not technically Wave 6. I have it listed for, like, June the 1st. Early June, or it could be, like, the very end of May, but that's kind of when I'm expecting the last of the stuff that's going to get released to get released. Last variants, last creation crystals, last everything to come out at the beginning of June. So as for the actual character lists, I think I've done a pretty good job at guessing these things. So for Wave 3, I've got Painata, Bad Juju, that Tech Bowslinger that we've only seen a couple little things of, Flarewolf, Wildstorm, one of the other treasure chests, so probably the silver treasure chest, and another adventure pack. Now, in general, I'm expecting 4 adventure packs. That is what I'm expecting. So, given, assuming that there are 4 adventure packs, I think that we've got a 3rd adventure pack coming in Wave 3 around Christmas time. Sounds about right. I know that technically the Crash and Cortex thing, or sorry, not Christmas time. I don't know what I'm saying. Actually, I don't know what I'm saying at all. I'm so confused. I confused myself there, sorry. So yeah, Adventure Pack 3 does make sense in Wave 3, in addition to the Crash and Cortex pack, just because we usually have some sort of an Adventure Pack then, and, the Crash and Cortex Adventure Pack is not really, I don't know, I mean, it's not really a new thing coming out, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see 2 adventure packs coming out at the same time, just because the Crash and Cortex thing is not really a, a whole big thing. The reason I've got Painata and Bad Juju there is because, Painata is mostly because we've kind of known about Painata for a while now, and I don't really see him as being a later character. I see him as sort of like a Christmas time character. Same thing with Flarewolf. The reason I have the Tech Bowslinger here is because we've seen him in a few gameplay images in that one trailer, but we've also seen him on the poster and some other places. So we've actually seen the Tech Bowslinger as opposed to like the Tech Swashbuckler, which we haven't even seen any gameplay of or anything like that. So I am expecting the Tech Bowslinger to be in Wave 3. I've also got Bad Juju thrown in here just because she seems like she'd be a good fit. I don't know, I just don't see her releasing late. Wildstorm as well, because we saw him in one of the very first trailers, so that is kind of why I'm expecting that to be the case. For Wave 4, or sorry, I don't know why I have Wildstorm in Wave 3. He's not in Wave 3. I don't know why I said that. I have no clue why I said that. He's not even in this list for Wave 3. Or actually, wait a second, he is. I listed him twice because I'm a complete idiot, so there you go. Portal Master's an idiot confirmed. So, disregard Wildstorm in Wave 3. He snuck in there. I don't know why, because I had changed my mind on where he was going to be placed, and yes. So the point is, I actually think he's in Wave 4. That's what I meant to say. I'm just trying to go off what I wrote here, and I didn't think that sounded right, but yeah. Wildstorm Wave 4, not Wave 3. Disregard that. So for Wave 4, we have Wildstorm, Boom Bloom, the Water Quick Shot, Grave Clobber, Chompy Mage in the final adventure pack. Now, Wildstorm and Boom Bloom, they just seem like this is when they'd be released. They just seem like springtime characters. I don't really know any other way to explain it. They just look like characters that would be released in Wave 4. I don't know. I kind of have this thing where I can look at a Skylander and be like, hey, you look like you go in Wave 2. You look like you go in Wave 5. Something like that. And, just based off what we've seen in the past, Wildstorm and Boom Bloom, just from an aesthetic purpose, make sense in Wave 4. The reason I have the Water Quick Shot in Wave 4 is because we still haven't hardly seen much of her at all, except for in that very first trailer, and that was just a quick shot of, see what I did there? It was a quick shot of the Water Quick Shot. Ha 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 ha. That was totally not on purpose. That was all we got. We just got a quick look at her, and boom, it was gone. We've actually gotten some gameplay of the Tech Bowslinger. We've seen a couple clips where he's actually firing his bow, doing a little bit of stuff, and same thing with Flarewolf, actually. So that's why I put them in Wave 3, just because we've seen technically more of them than we have the Water Quick Shot. The Water Quick Shot, just that quick shot. Ha 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 ha. I've got Grave Clobber and Chompy Mage just because Grave Clobber does not look like a Wave 5 character. I would put him in Wave 3, but I don't think that, I think that's too many characters to go in Wave 3. So I stuck him in Wave 4 just because that seems like that's the best place for him to go right now. I don't expect him in Wave 3, to be completely honest. If anything, he's in Wave 5 or Wave 4. But I would be inclined to think Wave 4, just because of the way he looks, and also that there are fewer characters in Wave 5, generally speaking. Also have the Chompy Mage in Wave 4, although he could be a Wave 5 character. I honestly have no clue for him. I know that he's going to be a late release character. I am telling you that right now, no doubt in my mind. But like I said, I would be inclined to think Wave 4, because Wave 4 is generally larger than Wave 5, whereas Wave 5 may bring more variants or something along those lines. I also have the 4th and final adventure pack there because I don't think we really have ever seen a Wave 5 taking an adventure pack. Generally speaking, they're all out by springtime, the adventure packs. So I don't expect the adventure pack, the final adventure pack, to come out in Wave 5, just because in the past, they have not put adventure packs in the last waves. So expect to have, if there are 4 adventure packs, expect to have them all by Wave 4. I don't see why they would do anything but that. So for Wave 5, who do we have? Well, I've got Pitballs, the Tech Swashbuckler, Blastertron, the Magic Bowslinger, and the 3rd chest. So I've got Pitballs in there because we still have not seen any of Pitballs. If it wasn't for that one magazine, we would still have not seen any of Pitballs. And other than that one little shot in the back, he's very similar in like where he stands to Boom Bloom, like, you know, they have had basically the same amount of exposure. They were both in that magazine, and we've now seen, for both of them, blurry looks in that poster, or in that trailer, I mean. In the poster as well, but in the trailer is more what I'm referring to. So, for Pit Boss, though, he just looks like a character from Wave 5. He just has that aesthetic of one of the coolest looking characters, which means he's almost certainly going to be one of the last characters. Coolest characters always come last, and that's why I think Pit Boss fits into that category. I'll come back to the tech swashbuckler. So for Blastertron, the reason I've got him in Wave 5 is because I kind of think they're going to save a light or dark character until the very end, and given that we're going to have Hoodsickle and Starcast early on, and Aurora, I think that they're going to kind of hold off on this last light and dark Skylander villain thing and just kind of wait for him to come last. Plus, if it wasn't for that poster, we wouldn't even know he existed. Blastertron, we would still be thinking Luminous is probably going to be the one getting the figure. So, you know, that's the fact that we just haven't seen anything Blastertron related except for on that poster, which was not even on purpose, makes me think he's a Wave 5 character. The Tech Swashbuckler, I'll go back to him now. The reason I think the Tech Swashbuckler is Wave 5 is because we still haven't seen a single thing about him other than that one leak and that thing on the poster. That's the only way that we've seen this guy. And the fact that we've seen him so little makes me think that he's a Wave 5 character. Generally speaking, characters you don't see a lot of happen to be the last couple of waves. I've also got the Magic Bowslinger. I'll come back to that one, because that's the one I really want to talk about. Chest number 3 coming out, probably the gold chest, which is the chest that's in the Dark Starter Pack, so I think that, you know, it'll kind of be something where if you didn't get the Dark Starter Pack, well, now you can get the gold chest, you know. The main question is, does the gold chest get its own release? If the golden chest does get its own release, you'll see it in Wave 5. If not, you just won't see it in Wave 5. So I've got the Magic Bowslinger on here, which is the Bowslinger that we thought was a light Bowslinger, but is obviously not, because we've got Blastertron now. So, because of this, you know, the reason that I want to talk about him so much is because I think that he's going to be the next Thrillipede. Now, whether he's going to be an American Thrillipede, or if he's going to be a European Series 2 Drobot, or an Australian, I don't know what Australia lacks other than, you know, I know they don't lack venomous snakes, so they'll definitely get Pit Boss. I'll tell you that much for right now. They'll get Pit Boss. They like snakes over there. So, you know, I don't, you know, the point is that there's always been, for some region, there's been something that some region can't get some particular game. For SSA, it was, for the most part, Wham Shell in America and Europe. I think Australia got Wham Shell. For Giants, it was Series 2 Drobot. Europe didn't get Series 2 Drobot. Australia may not have also gotten Series 2 Drobot. I'm not 100% sure. I can't think of right off the top of my head, but I do know that there were several shortages in Swap Force. I don't know if there were some that just didn't get released, but I do know that there were characters that were very hard to find, like Scratch and stuff. So, yeah, there's that. You know, the point is, though, every game has had something, and I think that this Magic Bowslinger is going to be the one that is at the most risk for becoming this. If it's not the Magic Bowslinger, then it's going to be the Tech Swashbuckler. This always happens. It always happens. There's some character that just does not get released. And I know there's going to be people commenting on this, like, oh, you don't know about Thrillipede yet. He's not getting released in America, or at least not, you know, widely available. And, you know, I'm not going to stop talking about that, because that is a legitimate problem that Activision has, that they cannot ship their figures out. You know, I admire Activision for their games, but they need to ship these figures out to the collectors. I mean, it's not right. But, you know, there's a rant about that elsewhere on my channel. I just think that the Magic Bowslinger is the most at risk for becoming that character for Skylanders Imaginators. And of course, throughout all these waves, you'll be seeing Imaginite crystals and variants and stuff like that. So, you know, you'll have to keep your eyes out for them. But yeah, so I hope that you guys did enjoy this. If you stayed until the end of this, I congratulate you guys. This is a long video. I haven't made a video this long of just me talking in quite a while, so it was definitely nice to get back into this. So just wanted to let you guys in on one quick thing before I before I leave, this is the last video of the summer, so I'm going to be starting school back tomorrow, but unlike in the past where I've kind of let my videos taper off when the school year starts back, I don't plan on doing that this year. I want to keep my channel up. I want to hit 1,000 by Christmas, 1,000 subscribers by Christmas. That is my goal. I've had various people in the community tell me that I can do it, and if I can just get 2 subscribers a day on average, I will hit it. No problems. So, yeah, that's pretty much all for now. This has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!